Hi everyone, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. Newcastle Fans TV. Yes, hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Good weekend to you all. I'm joined by my cousin this time around, Dale, who's been, you've been on the channel a while back, haven't you? It was
like a couple of years. When you first started out doing these videos, I was lucky enough to do a couple in like this place now.
He was experimented on, that's what he was.
The guinea pig.
The guinea pig he was. So we're here to talk about the final game of the season. I can't believe I'm saying that. The final game of the season, Burnley away, which is... We'll start with Burnley because it's a massive game for them. Look, we're safe. We'll talk about Newcastle in a minute, but going into the game then, I asked you before, Dale, Burnley on Leeds. You didn't really give us an answer. Who would you want to see go down?
I would definitely... It's a hard one to say because they're both being kind of on and off, but I would definitely see Burnley with recent performances just scraping it. And then obviously it just depends on the game really. It's just like
the draw could effectively keep them up.
Exactly. So it's just like it'll be massive nerves because like obviously all Newcastle fans have been there on the last day with Aston Villa. Yeah. James Milner unfortunately own goal.
That was Damien Duff.
Was it Damien Duff?
It was Damien Duff.
I thought it was James Milner.
Nah, it was Damien Duff.
Did you have James Milner then?
No, it was Damien Duff.
Yeah, so definitely it'd be interesting to watch it because I'll be watching like on Sunday. I'll be watching all the scores, but like I would definitely say if Leeds go down, they've got to massively structurally
they're gonna lose
hard
the star
because
players.
they're going to start like Rafinha. He won't stay around because he wants to be in the Premier League. Calvin Phillips, he's another one that will probably want to go straight away. Then you got like fringe players like Dallas who probably stay loyal to them, but it'll be a good, interesting match to watching that. So
it's going to be tense. It's going to be tense for them. Obviously, we're going to be there. I'll be doing the videos outside the ground. Hopefully, it's not dark, wet, and rainy because that's all I ever seem to be. Every time I get to Burnley, it's that. So hopefully, it's sunny. The forecast is sunny, so I'll be shocked. I will mention the weather, but it's going to be tense for them because obviously they've got something to play for. We have, but it's nowhere near on the level that Burnley have got, and it might be a bit of a tense atmosphere. The Geordies obviously with the one toilet that's in Turf Moor, which is an absolute joke, and the safety measures at that ground, and they've got a. Do you know the drinking area is a tent? You get put in a tent. It's true.
Really?
It's true. You get put in a tent, so I'll be looking forward to that. A bit like this. But yeah, let's talk about the tune then. A fantastic win against Arsenal. Bossed them, out-dominated. To many people's surprises, I actually just bumped into my dad today and I was joking on with him about signing players because the foundation had a party today for the kids outside the ground. But looking at the tune, surely there's no changes made to that squad that beat Arsenal 2-0? Or do you bring Trippier in?
Yes, I would give him I'll give Trippier a game. Not necessarily like the full game. So either give him like the last half hour just to give him like a run round, just like ease him up after like obviously his injuries. But I'm still hoping Newcastle will go in. Kind of like I know it's safe, but still it'll be a great achievement. After 15 games, bottom of the league, no wins, we're the first team in history in the Premier League to survive, not win there, to actually possibly finish in 9th if results go away.
You would mad, isn't it?
You would take that, wouldn't you? You would, you know what I mean?
I remember I said this a couple of times recently. I remember after the Cambridge defeat in the FA Cup, I thought, nah, it's not happening for Newcastle this year. We're going doom. We'll still have hope because we've got the money to build in the Championship, but we do have something to play for. Yes, it's not a relegation survival game for us. It is for Burnley. They've got something big to play for. We're safe. We've got the enjoyment of the game, if you want to call it. We can relax a little bit. But you mentioned obviously you would like to say Trippier. I'm guessing you're not actually starting him then.
No, definitely not. Just to be on the safe side, because obviously Burnley are still fighting for the survival. So obviously I would just bring him on as like maybe the last half hour, 25 minutes.
What's the sorry to put in? What's the odds on Chris Wood or Kieran Trippier relegating Burnley?
Oh, that would be actually kind of funny and in insight. especially for Chris Wood, because obviously, like, you know what I mean, like, they would make the star striker, really, because without Chris Wood, they kind of struggled, really, but they have got a danger man Cornet. He's been, like, or Cornet, if you want to say. He has, when he's on his day, he is a dangerous player. Like,
He'll not stay in the summer if they can do it.
If they go down, he'll probably end up picking up maybe Nottingham Forest if they get promoted.
But I think he's capable of doing a job for even someone like us, like as a squad player.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He is a Premier League scoring, but it's not like a top striker. Will get you guaranteed 10 goals no matter what. But like I say, but it is like a good way to show like talent, like maybe bring in some youngsters that's come back from like a loan spell, put a couple of them on. Like, even if the results are going that way, if we're going that way, we're comfortable. Bring some youngsters on, show the fans, like, you know what? I am actually going to bring in some local talent, some homegrown players, because we need to bring some more homegrown players. Like, we've got Longstaffs, but we need to bring a lot more in. To, like, obviously, because us Toon fans, we love like seeing local talent come in and keeping them.
I don't think Matty will, because he's involved at Mansfield, isn't he? But
yeah,
even though Elliot Anderson's got an amazing job that he's done down Bristol Rovers with Joey Barton's side, I can't see him being involved. I think that's, he's done his fantastic work down there, and I don't think he will be involved. I do echo that. I would love to see more local talent, especially in pre-season.
Yeah, most definitely in pre-season. Like, they're not really like, oh, we'll get more fans out for the friendlies. Oh, what's this? Oh, youngsters. Let's go and see them, and hopefully, like, we keep them rather than we'll let like Ivan Toney. We'll let him go. We'll let him go really too early, because we sold him to Peterborough. And then he's done a great job for Peterborough. Then, like, he's gone through the ranks now, and he's a top scoring machine for Brentford. And he scored against us and all.
Maybe Dollar should have saved that, shouldn't he?
Dollar, yeah, definitely Dollar should have. But still, it just proves a point. Like, Ivan Toney was like, you know what, Newcastle, I tried to pay for years. You didn't give us a chance.
Well, that was Rafa, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's just Rafa. It's just like half the time Rafa just wants all them in. But that's what I mean by local talent. We need to give them more chances just in the pre-season, and like put them on loan, like, and then we'll send them on loan, and then eventually after they could do great on loan, someone comes in and we'll sell them. Obviously that was with the Ashley era. He's just all about the money. But hopefully Eddie Howe, we know he does well with youngsters. He brought some through when he was with Bournemouth, so hopefully he does the same with us.
It's a tough one, but it's not a tough one. I think because of the injuries, if we know that Shelby and Willock aren't going to be playing this season, the two changes that I could possibly see is if he goes with Trippier, which is harsh, and I thought I'd never say this, it's harsh on Kraft because of the form that he's been under the last couple of months. Maybe Ryan Fraser for Miggy is the only other one that I could possibly see. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, I would definitely do that. Like, obviously Ryan Fraser, he's been since Bruce.
But Miggy's been playing well as well.
Yeah, that's because technically he's kind of gave him an ultimatum, Eddie Howe, because obviously it's been like speculations, like he wants first team football. And then obviously Eddie Howe's like Miggy hasn't been really in good form this season, like until the back end. But then obviously Eddie Howe's been great, giving like loads of people chances. Look at Joe Linton. Who would have thought Joe Linton, right? Like, under Bruce, he couldn't do nothing. But all of a sudden, under Eddie Howe showed possibility, potential. And look what he's done on the left. Absolutely one of the best players since January. Eddie Howe is, to me, considered manager of the year. Yeah, you got Klopp and you got Guardiola, like, they're the top two. But could they do what Eddie Howe did in Newcastle? Yeah, we'll take over. We've got the money.
They wouldn't even go to a bottom side team now. Not nowadays.
Exactly. But like, it just proves like everyone. To me, to be fair, I will agree this. I was speculated about like Eddie Howe. I was thinking, could he do it? Could he go and make it work? He couldn't go any worse. But he's proved us wrong. We give him a chance, and look what he's done. Half a season he's got from bottom to like possible like 9th, 10th.
Yeah,
like
it's mad. It's mad, isn't it? I'm glad he's proved you wrong, Dale, because I wanted Eddie Howe in, him or Wenger, but that's for another.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted Arsene Wenger, because we all know Arsene Wenger has done an absolutely amazing job with youngsters. Like, even when he was at the start, at the end, he was still bringing youngsters through, and half the youngsters that Arsene Wenger did, half of them are still there.
Yeah. So it's an interesting one how this is going to go, because we can go into this game with a bit of just relax and the pressure's off, but obviously the finger gets pointed that your players are on the beach. Well, it proved last time out against Arsenal quite clearly, didn't you? You've got a top four side who looked incredibly shocking. Mind you, Newcastle were absolutely sensational, but how do you see it going in terms of the style of the game? Because we know what Burnley do. Yes, they've come under a little bit under a bit of form that they've picked up. We associate Burnley going long, direct.
Yeah.
Are we looking at it that same tactic again against us, and maybe if Fabian Schär makes it through, if not, it'll be ourselves and Dan Burn. I think Dan Burn will be all right.
Yeah.
Is that what we've got to look out for, that long ball?
Yeah, definitely with the pace of Cornet, because obviously if they put all the top, obviously
White Horse is just a giant, isn't he?
Yeah. So obviously they're just going to be doing what we used to do with Shearer and Bellamy. So they're going to get the launch man, flick on, Cornet will just run behind. So obviously we all know that Burnley are going to fight. It's going to be a dogfight with all the Turf Moor's being like a fortress sometimes under Sean Dyche. They know how to do tackles. They're not afraid to put in half a challenge.
Right, look at Matty Lowton, he got sent off the other day.
Exactly. Crunching challenges. Well, we all know it's going to be there. So that's why I was kind of didn't want Trippier to start, because obviously for fighting for survival, Trippier has been, since he came in on and off the pitch, he's been amazing, helping backstage, helping create the team. Obviously give them hope. We can do this. Especially, in my opinion, if I was there, obviously he's at the minute still an English international playing alongside you. That's got to give you inspiration. You know what? I can't let this man down. He's been there for us. We've got to repay them. And the good thing is about us, the fans, we always get 1,000,000% behind the team. And you saw what happened when we went on that Mason run. The crowd got behind the team actually embraced us and went, you know what, we've got to do it for the fans. And they give 100% every single game. It's home, yet again, I feel Newcastle, are being the fortress again. Teams are starting to be afraid to come back.
Yeah, well, we'll be sitting third in the table since the new year, which is just
that's just mad. That Champions League, Champions League.
It's madness, and obviously the summer will bring a whole lot of speculation. There's already speculation about players which we're putting on the community tab that some of them aren't true. So yeah, we're going to get linked to so many which people, media outlets, and get carried away with and what have you. But we'll squash them if we didn't think it's true. But I believe that Newcastle should play at the high line. I know there's Cornet, which you've mentioned, and obviously McNeil on the left, but I think Newcastle should play a little bit of a higher line, because I think Burnley will go long. I think if Newcastle can pin Burnley into their own half, that'll suit us a bit much better as well, because we've got obviously those three in midfield. I think that'll be crucial, but we'll go with some score lines now. I'm going to put you don't sit on the fence. I'm going to put you on the marker here. What are you going with?
It's hard. I would say Newcastle will probably just edge it 2-1.
That means Burnley go down, does it?
Yeah, that means...
well, it depends on Leeds.
Depends on Leeds, because obviously it just depends on what Leeds' attitude is. Do they really want to be in the Premier League, or do they do they want to go back into the Championship, where they know for fine fact they're more comfortable? Because this season I see Leeds... The first season they were up, they were good. They were like, oh yeah, we can easily cope. But this season I find it the players are finding it hard. More competition from all the teams are bringing in. Leeds haven't been really good financial. They're not the biggest money club, so they're kind of tough for them. But I think they're struggling to keep up with all the other competitions. Burnley, they brought in players in January that's kind of helped them. So I would like to see Burnley stay up for the last couple of months. They've been actual turn around going, yeah, we want to be there. We want to. So do it for the fans kind of thing. So I would say, although Burnley will lose, I think Leeds will lose too. So Leeds will go down.
I'll disagree on the scoreline. I think it'll be a 1-1 scoreline. I think because of the pressure that Burnley are under, especially the home fans, I think that'll galvanise them a bit. I don't think it'll be enough to win. I think a point could be enough. But again, it just depends what happens elsewhere. It could be not. I just don't want to see a party celebration, to be honest with you, around Newcastle, even though it's just a relegation survival. Whoever survives, good luck. We are going to lose a team which is within a 2-hour drive back home, which is a bit disappointing. But that is it. Dale, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
And that is it here on NFTV, and we'll see you at Turf Moor. Ta-da, everyone.